Congratulations, Direk. Frank, yan, your hand after being a part ng maraming magagandang concert like Alden, yung mga Miss Universe, tama? So, this time you're handling now an artist. So, ito si John Guela. So, how was it? Paano napasok yung ganong part sa'yo, being a director?
Actually, hindi ko rin akalain na mag-manage ako ng talent kasi I'm a director. But then when the opportunity came kasi when John's parents actually came to me and said, could you help us manage John here in the Philippines because they're in England. So ako naman, inisip ko kung kaya ko ba kasi parang my stint is more on directing, making things happen for an event. Parang, so they managed to actually make me say yes na parang baka you can help us. And I said, sige, let me try and do it. And then at the course of doing it, parang naisip ko, oh ano, with all the connections that I have established because of my career as a director, I think I can help him out with his career. And I'm just happy that when John achieved something, I had something to do with it. Parang ganun. So it became parang okay, let's do it. And sige, gawin na natin.
Ibig sabihin, parang stepping stone mo to handle mo. Alam mo, may lumapit sa'yo. Ano ba yung hinahanap mo sa isang magiging artist mo na i-handle?
Ako kasi I think I wanna be more with the musicians muna. Kasi music is very close to my heart. Dahil nga I'm a director for concerts and events. Then I also sing myself, diba? So parang ako, I think more of the singers. And I wanna establish new breed of singers. Kasi based from my experiences from the veteran singers like the likes of Miss Regine, Miss Lani, Sir Martin, Sir Gary, and everybody, I want to breed a new kind of those kinds of artists na rin. And the kind of training that they had. Because yung mga veteran singers natin, when I work with them, I don't have a hard time. I'm not saying that I'm having a hard time with the new ones. But
Meron na ba? Meron na ba? Wala talaga. Puro lahat ng mga na-direct mo.
But the training of the old ones, the veterans,
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring that back so that in the next generation of singers and all, ma-share din.
Isa sa mga tumatak, 'di ba, yung ikaw daw yung isa pinaka-busy director during the pandemic. Even yung mga digital concert talagang dinidirect mo, like yung successful concert of Alden, 'di ba? So, ini-imagine mo ba yung sa isang pagiging simpleng director ma-handle mong i-direct yan sila Regine, sila Alden, and soon baka internationally, 'di ba? Makita ka na rin namin nagdi-direct. So, how was it? Paano nagsimula yung ganun?
I think it was early on in the pandemic. When I came from a trip kasi. I came back from a trip from New York. I was in New York and I came back to the Philippines. And then when I got back, wala pala akong trabahong babalikan kasi the pandemic happened. And luckily enough, when I was in New York, I was buying new equipment for my company kasi I have a production house. I bought equipment for streaming. For no reason at all, I just bought it. Sabi ko, baka magamit yan pag-uwi sa Pilipinas. Then the pandemic hit. I was alone in my house. I had all this equipment. So I just had to use it. So I was thinking of ways on kung paano ako sa bahay kasi parang kung ako lang mag-isa, mababaliw siguro kung wala akong gagawin. So I went live on YouTube. Every day, my everyday routine on YouTube.
What do you do on YouTube?
Right now, yung current ko are mostly behind the scenes of how I do concerts and how I do events. But before, during the pandemic, it was my daily routine. It was my daily routine of not doing anything and also
Parang may tutorial ka rin yata.
and also tutorials and mukbangs and stuff. So, nag-boom siya. So, it got monetized that time. So,
Wow. How many followers do you have now?
Right now, I have, I guess, less than 2,000 plus.
Wow, not bad.
Not much, but it's growing.
Hmm.
I grew more on Instagram and on TikTok. And then, so yun, that's when it started. And then, yung mga PAs namin for the concerts, lumapit sa akin. They had nothing. So I thought, why not I partner with an organization where I could help production workers. And there was IPWG back then. So the IPWG, Independent Production Workers Group. And they had like a drive for funds for the production assistants and all. So I gathered all my resources. I called up all the talent managers that I know. So I had Miss Regine, I had Miss Sir Martin.
Oo
I had
nga eh.
everybody. And that was a 2-day concert. And we were able to raise 2 million pesos. And so then, distribute namin sa mga production. And that, I think that spearheaded my streaming career after that. So after nun, a lot of the networks and all the companies came to me because they wanted me to teach them how to grow in this pandemic.
Isa ka sa mga ano eh, no?
Early adapters. Because I think that's the way to go.
So, Direk, para lang kilala ka rin ng iba, yung sa mga followers ko, di ba? Ano na yung mga concerts mo na nagawa? Aside sa concert, di ba? You have the Miss Universe also. May mga, ngayon, may mga His Into Her concert ka. Ano pa yung mga ibang nagawa mo para alam lang namin?
So, I started off with Miss Lani Miss Alucha's Love Catcher. So, that was the 2016 Concert of the Year for PMPC. And then that was my first. And then I had an award. So
you have an award already.
Yeah, kaya sobrang thankful ako doon. And then after that, I had a series of concerts in the Music Museum that include Morissette, her first concert. The first concert when she got back from The Voice. And then I also had Carlo Aquino. And then I also had si Mateo Belicelli. And then sila Loisa, sila Sue, all the young ones. And then when I had the courage, I produced also the concert of Sue Ramirez and Kakay Bautista at that time. And then that started also my career as a director na malaki when AGs came into the picture. So I did the...
Ang liliit ng mga artist mo, no?
The Araneta concert of AGs was sold
Ah,
out.
you're a director of that.
And then when the pandemic hit, the Miss Universe pageant, diba separated from Binibini. And
ikaw yung first na
I was the
nag-direct
first TV
nung
director.
humiwalay sila sa
Yes,
Binibini.
I was the first director for Miss Universe because they wanted a director that will
Ano yan Miss Universe Philippines.
Yeah, Miss Universe. So Jonas Gafford was looking for a director that will change how pageants are done in the Philippines. So I think that's where I came into play in terms of TV direction. Then what other things? Yeah, all the other concerts that was given to me digitally. Yun, kay Alden Richards, which he self.
One of the memorable,
Yeah,
yan.
one of the memorable because I was doing it while it was in the pandemic and while I was in the States. And then we filmed it and then I went back to the States. And then yun, yung mga upcoming ko ngayon, I just recently did Arthur Neri's concert at the New Frontier Theater, which will actually air tomorrow on Viva Max. It will air tomorrow on Viva Max. And on Saturday, I will also
Listen to her.
Listen to her concert, which John is also part of. Yung Listen to Her, the first one, I also directed that.
So talagang hindi ka na ma-reach, hindi naman. Hindi nakakatuwa lang kasi 'di ba nasabaybayan ko rin yung grow mo eh. Magkakasabay tayo, 'di ba? Pero this time nakita ko isa ka sa pinaka-successful director. Not just on directing, also on your business dito, 'di ba? You have during the pandemic mo rin nagawa tong Fat Skillet, 'di ba? So how was it? Hindi ka ba parang naguguluhan sa dami ng mga ginagawa mo, directing, tapos handling an artist, tapos ito meron ko pang restaurant, di ba?
With the restaurant kasi
Ito pala yung restaurant ni Direk para makita ninyo, para makita lang natin. Ayan. The Fat Skillet. Ayan. This is located saan?
It's located at 102 Scout Villa, Sacred Heart, Quezon City.
Hoy, ang sarap ng burger, ang sarap ng pasta. So try nyo i-visit, di ba? Pero paano nagsimula to, Direk?
So, during the pandemic, actually last year, I was thinking of new ways of where I could put money in para I was thinking of the future. I think one thing that the pandemic taught me is to be ready for the future. Well, when I was directing naman, I had savings and everything, and okay naman. But when the pandemic hit talaga, that made me realize that my job as a director will never be forever. But I had to think of another ways of earning. And I thought, food will never go out of style. Parang I invested in people in the restaurant. So this is a concept that was mainly by me and the chef. So
Bakit Fat Skillet?
When the chef and I were thinking of the name of the restaurant, we were thinking of how are we going to cook the food. And si Chef Jeff kasi, I met him in New York actually. He's a chef in Hilton, New York. Tapos we were friends then sabi ko, uwi ka na nga dito, gawa tayo ng restaurant. Tapos sabi ko, ano ang pangalan natin? He had this concept already, the fat skillet, because he always uses that same skillet from the day that he was starting to cook. That same.
And ano available aside sa burger, aside sa
There's burgers, there's
pasta.
there's salads. Yun, and we're actually in the process of coming out with new food also. Kasi parang, syempre, I want to create new experiences dito din sa restaurant.
How affordable?
This one is very affordable. The price points are like less than 200 pesos. And then I think my highest, which is the double fat burger, is just around 300.
Nabusog ka na.
And it's gourmet. It's cooked right when you order it. It's not like fast foods naman. When diretso.
Tapos aside dito sa fat skillet. Aside dito sa fat skillet na to, may mga plan ka pa ba na business you want to put aside, ano pangalan pala ng production mo?
FLM Creatives and Production. So it's still ongoing. The production house is still ongoing, and we do a lot of digital marketing. We also do a lot of things also. So sometimes when I direct event, it's also partnered with my production house. So ganun siya. So parang namigit natin.
Sino pa ba yung mga future artist that you want to work with soon? Aside dito, Alden ka na, may Regine ka na, may Lani ka na, may Martin ka na. Sino pa yung mga dream? Local muna tayo.
Actually, recently, tinanong na rin ako dyan, tapos nangyari siya because I just manifested it. So I wanted to work with Gigi De Lana talaga.
Wow, oo nga, nasabi mo.
So I wanted to work with Gigi De Lana, and then came her concert sa resorts where, so I directed that concert. It was very successful. Thank you so much for everyone who watched. And then suddenly there was a Middle East tour, so I got to go to the Middle East tour. And now we're also going to the States next month. So
For Gigi De Lana also. Ang galing niya no? Nakakatawa din no?
Super galing niya. Kaya sobrang thankful ako that I guess everything that I manifest that I want to do, nagagawa ko.
Yun siguro yung isang sikreto mo, no?
Yeah, I guess I say it to the universe.
Oo.
Actually, when people ask me why do I always get what I want, I always say, I say it to the universe.
Maybe you're a good person also. Hindi lang naman yun dapat, di ba? Parang siguro, ano pa ba yung gusto mong sabihin sa universe that you want to work? Ay, nangyari na yung kay Gigi.
I wanna do an international concert.
Wow, international na talaga. Sino? Sige, if given a chance, malay mo.
Of course, well, shoot it to the moon na. I wanna do a concert with BTS. I wanna do a concert with Celine Dion, yung mga ganyan. But, you know, nothing is impossible until you just really manifest it. And I really have proven it. Time and again, every time, that everything that I want to achieve, I just say to the universe and meet people at this at the right time and at the right moment. And then it happens.
Congratulations, Direk, for all the success, di ba? Sa lahat ng journey mo. Sabi ko nga, you're a good person, siguro kaya nakakamit mo lahat ng to, di ba? So please invite them first for John, second to your fat skillet, to your production, and then yung mga upcoming concert mo.
Okay, so the first one, thank you so much for supporting John Buenas. It's been 6 months since he's been here, and so far, I think he's reached some points in his career where he's gonna be successful here in the Philippines with everybody's help, and of course with his talent. And thank you so much for believing in him as much as I believe in him. And for my directing stints naman, thank you so much for supporting me, and I hope you guys continue to support the things that I do, including my vlogs, including my
Oy, please invite them.
Would like to see more behind the scenes of concerts and how I direct concerts.
Ano yung pangalan ng
It's called
YouTube mo?
FLM Trips. And on TikTok, it's also Direk Frap. And on Instagram as well. So you can look for me. I also do live streams on Kumu. I'm live every Sundays 1 to 3 p.m. on the FYE channel. So FYE also gave me like a space where I can do my thing there. So yun, so I hope to see you guys and support also the Fat Skillet. So it's just located here along Tomas Morato, Scout de Guia. If you guys are looking for a space, a creative space for you to eat as well and to celebrate, and the restaurant.
Sana expand mo na para kung mas marami pa.
Tuesdays to Sundays, Mondays lang yung off. That's from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. So yun. So thank you so much again.
Upcoming concert?
Upcoming concert, of course, don't forget to watch the He's Into Her all access concerts. That's live on I1 and on TFC. Arthur Neri concert, which is happening tomorrow on Viva Max at 8 p.m. And I will also be having if you guys want to get tickets for Gigi De Lana, the US tour, just go and head on over to the TFC website. Just check her out. And what else? And more on the way. That I can't say yet, but more on the way. But I'm so excited for the year.
Okay.
I'm very excited until the end of this year. Sobrang blessed. And I think it's also because of the people like the press and everybody that's
Who love you?
super helpful talaga. That one text away, texting, can you guys help me like promote this? And then everybody just shows up.
Yes.
Like now, I asked Aaron to help me, and he showed me a list, and everybody's here.
Mm-mm.
Not a person.
Kahit may kasabay pang iba.
Yes.
Mas mahal ka nila.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Direk. Congratulations. Direk Frank Mamaril, the famous director. Thank you.
I keep myself grounded.